Mark, look at this EWTN post. Pope Leo walks without shoes in the great mosque of Algiers, Algeria. We got some video. Mark, I mean, this is creepy that he would actually do this. That, to me, I don't even know what to say to that. Mark, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, unfortunately, look, I think this pope is better than the last pope, but it's proving to be a marginal betterment in popes. And I think the pope should stay out of politics, first of all. It's just not his place. I think he can speak out against war, but speaking out about a particular situation drops him straight in the middle of politics. So I find it ironic that he says he's going to stay out of politics. He chose to jump into the political situation. I also find it ironic because the pope should be for Christendom first. That should be his first loyalty, is to Christ and to the kingdom of Christ and those who profess that kingdom. And he should be talking about protecting Christians. That's what this president is actually doing. He's protecting Western civilization. And more broadly speaking, he's protecting Christians. Because of that, the Pope should be on his side.
One would think so. One would think so. But wait, it gets worse. Let me show you what the Vatican has decided in their infinite wisdom to do in their apostolic library. Watch.
For the first time in its history, the Vatican has set aside a prayer room for Muslims inside the Apostolic Library, a move that has sparked wide debate across media and social platforms. Deputy Prefect of the Vatican Apostolic Library, Don Giacomo Cardinali, said the decision came after several visiting Muslim researchers requested a small space with a prayer rug to perform their prayers. He noted that the library houses remarkable ancient Quranic manuscripts, along with extensive collections of Arabic, Hebrew, Ethiopian, and Chinese heritage, and the oldest Japanese archive found outside of Japan. Founded in 1475, the Apostolic Library is among the world's oldest, containing about 80,000 manuscripts, 50,000 archival documents, and nearly 2 million printed works, in addition to coins and engravings accessible to researchers of all faiths.
Okay, Lance, what do you have to say about that one?
Yeah, I'm sure. Doesn't the Bible say somewhere about in the Old Testament about when you're bringing foreign gods into the temple of God and you set them up in your sanctuary and how God feels about that? I believe that there is a species of thinking in these higher level elite religious institutions that thinks that if you're ecumenical and you are inclusive and invite others that are maybe even adversaries and bring them into your borders and into your home and into your library and close to your heart, that will somehow change them. And I don't think this Pope understands that Islam has an agenda, and that every time you give that inch, it's not like there's reciprocity and they're opening up their mosque for a Vatican prayer room. So I just think it just tells you where it's going. It's your end time collapse of Christian influence in the institution of the Catholic Church.
I see you nodding there. What do you think, Mark?
And straight up, this is a desecration of the sacred spaces of the Catholic Church. It is offense. It's high treason against the church, actually. And I think it's a horrible thing. Now, the good news is, and this is not much reported, but the same offer has been made inside the Al-Aqsa Mosque up on top of the Temple Mount and inside the Dome of the... Oh, I'm just kidding. Of course, that's never been made. No Christian will ever, 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 ever in all of history be allowed to pray inside a mosque. And what Muslims think about this is they are in the process of conquering the Vatican, and they are correct.
It's tragic but true. And let me say, you know, we have a lot of people that are Catholics that follow Flashpoint. Thank you for being here. And we're not bashing you. We are saying you got to go in with your eyes wide open. And it's sad to see for sure.